Hey guys, good morning. This is Jeremy Williams here, and I just wanted to do a follow-up video to the one I had done prior, and give you a little bit more technical information about exactly what I did to get this Kyosho to where it is today. So we're going to start from the front of the vehicle. I'm just going to go through and show you as best as I can, or tell you what work I've done to this so far. So let's start it. Alright, so up front here, I have the DE Racing front bump skid. That was the first part I put on. Going to the shocks here, I rebuilt each one with brand new shaft guides and O-rings. And what shock oil I'm running for the front is a 40 weight low C oil. It's just what I had around, so I threw that in there. And I also, in terms of the diffs, I had rebuilt them. Like I said, exactly what I did was I put brand new outdrives in. When I took them apart, it was weird. I don't know if the diff oil was just super dirty or what, but it almost looked like it was like a hybrid of diff oil and grease. So I got all that crap out of there, and I filled the front with 7,000 weight low C brand oil. Flipped around the diff gasket and greased the outdrives, of course, and I have brand new Avid bearings in here. So yeah, that explains the front diff there. I have a brand new tank in here, and these Kyoshos seem to take a lot of fuel line to properly route it. My fuel line is not bad right now, but the setup's not correct. I have to, or I guess I don't have to, but I'm trying to route it, you know, how the manual would want. So I got to do a little work here, but for braking, it's fine for now. But yeah, it is a new tank, new rubber grommets, new bottom, little rubber protectors, and always mount your tank kind of loose, guys. It helps with not creating air bubbles, or not loose, but you know, just not so tight that the tank's rigid. You want it to flop around a little bit there. And then moving on, I have the Send It HV 458 servo. Really good servo. Its center's nice. It's very fast. Lots of torque. It's smooth as butter, and it's quiet. I have nothing bad to say about it. For the receiver, hold on one second. All right. Well, I don't feel like getting that out, but I'm running a 6-volt Venom nickel metal hydride pack 5 cell. For the throttle servo, I'm running an EcoPower WP110. I do not recommend these servos. I'm not happy with it. I feel like it's probably partially because I'm spoiled with some good servos here, but it's not a great servo. You know, it was $40. I didn't think it was going to be amazing, but it's not that great. I mean, it's just doesn't turn very freely. It's pretty slow. I guess it has decent torque, you know, for throttle duties, but it's just something to get me going. But never again will I cheap out on servos. For the receiver setup, I'm running a Futaba R203 GF, and I have it paired with a Futaba 3 PV radio. It's not ugly underneath here, but it's a pretty big box. I do have the wires kind of reasonably shoved in, and have the whole receiver and wire assembly wrapped in a piece of foam. Always do that to your servos, guys. If you're planning on hitting the track, you don't want that stuff banging around in there. I have the Racer's Edge antenna tube here, and going to the air filter, it came with one, which was awesome. The filter, I don't know if it's the original one or what. It's in pretty good shape. It just has some discoloration. You know, it was definitely used for the track. It was cleaned and re-oiled for me when I bought this, which was cool. But I went ahead and bought a 12-pack of ProTech filters, and that's what I have on here now. First time using ProTech filters. Actually, I'm sorry. Nah, never mind. I've used ProTech filters for my low-C AT. The ones that I've used for the low-C and now the Kyosho, filters are thick, firm, and they fit perfect. They're a good price, and really good. I don't see anything wrong with them, so I'm happy with that. Going back to the fuel line, this is Send It RC Crystal fuel line, and it's very good stuff. I like it. Usually I use the low-C fuel tubing, which has always worked well for me. This stuff feels good, fits good, and it's a quality product, so I support that. Going to the exhaust side, I'm running a Dynamite 053 hard-coated pipe with, again, the Iolasi header. The engine is a Novorossi P5 XLT, and to be super specific, it's a 2017 model. It's got the 17011 dual-sealed front bearing. It's got the O-ring for the head, and yeah, it's been good so far. I've ran a few tanks through this with my buddy Nick's help. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And it's running good. It's been a little bit of a pain in the butt. It was set so disgustingly rich that it just wouldn't get up to temps, even wrapped up and with a hair dryer. So I had to tweak it a little bit to get it into the twos. The 200s is still wanting to run cold. I don't want to lean it too much, but it was disgustingly rich, way too rich. So I had to tweak that, but it's relatively, it's been a fairly easy break-in so far, just besides it shutting off sometimes. I'm hoping I get to run a few tanks today. Yeah, and so there's that. Going to the back of the vehicle, again, I rebuilt the rear shocks. Fresh O-rings, fresh shock guides, cleaned out. Did the shock bleeding, and I'm running 35 weight low-C oil in the back. And for the rear differential, I cleaned, rebuilt it, re-oiled it. I'm running 3,000 weight, and it's got brand new outdrives again, greased, and brand new bearings. Otherwise, these the drive shafts are original. I would like to change them out sometime. But I'll get to that. And I skipped out on the center diff because I haven't done anything to it yet, but I have new outdrives, new bearings for it, of course, and it actually came installed with a brand new spur gear, so that was cool. And yeah, I got the Proline wing on here. I'm not sure what model, but it's a Proline wing. And yeah, so there's that. And clutch and clutch bell setup. I am running a ProTech 13 tooth bell for the Kyosho. I am running, for right now, I'll probably have to change this out for the track because I can already tell it's pretty aggressive, but I'm running 3 aluminum shoes with this three shoe flywheel that was actually given to me by the DMJ race crew in Tennessee. So thank you for that. And I'm running Kyosho 1.0 springs, which I think they have like 0.9s, 0.95s, 1.0s, and maybe 1.1s, stuff like that. So I don't know. It's good. It's pretty aggressive though. I don't think this is gonna work for the track. So, but you know, for now it'll get me running. So that's cool. I also have brand new side guards on here. So I did that, and I'm running cheapy wheels and tires that came on my Serpent 811. I'm just running those for break-in, but generally I've been running, or I ran the Gandini Racing Products, the GRP Plus A soft tires with the like medium pins, medium spacing. They worked pretty good at this backer patch track that I was on. But yeah, those are what tires I'll run for now. And yeah, I guess that's the majority of my setup here. For the fuel, I'm running Bones 2012, and I forgot to say, when I first broke this in, I think I got a dud glow plug. It was it was an older plug, because this is from 2017, but it was a C6 TGC, which is like the predecessor to the CT06, typically a medium plug. It lit and everything, but as soon as I would take the glow igniter off, it would just die every time. So I threw, I'm breaking it in here on a CT05 I had hanging around for the plug, and yeah, that one didn't die, you know. I took the glow igniter also. Not a big deal, but man, Nova Rossi's quality must have slipped in their final years, you know. But otherwise, the engine's been okay. Typical break-in pains, but nothing major. And yeah, this thing is pretty cool. It came with some option parts. I have the aluminum front hubs and C hubs and all that. It's kind of hard to see here, but these are the 19-degree versions. This thing steers ridiculous. I don't know if all Kyoshos are like this or what, but I mean, this thing just handles ridiculously good. I swear to God, the turning radius is like 1.5 feet. I mean, it just goes, it's out, it's planted. I also had the rear aluminum set up here on the back. And it looks like, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I have an upgraded servo saver set here. It's got the nut on top. It's got the aluminum system here with the hole to lubricate it, and the O-ring seal. I don't know what to do with it. I never really had a servo saver like this, but I think it originally came with like a plastic one here, or it would have. Again, I'm not 100% sure. Came with these nice Kyosho clamping servo horns for both the steering and throttle. So that was nice. And I'm running a brand new Futaba switch. Just a regular switch for now with a low-C switch cover. And yeah, I think in turn, oh, I'm also running X-ray clutch bell bearings in there. 5x10x4 is very good. Spin forever. Had to shim it to my liking, but I got a good shim, good gear mesh and everything, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, I just wanted to go a little bit more in depth with what exactly I did and what I'm running. I hope I can run a few tanks today. I think I'm going to be by myself, so it's going to be really hard to get footage. You know, I just got to stay focused when I'm doing this and check temps, and I'm not using a GoPro, it's my phone. You know, I don't know, maybe I can like sit down and kind of rest my phone near me and try and get, you know, a minute or two of some running footage of puttering around the parking lot. But yeah, just wanted to go more in depth with the work I've done so far and give you all an idea of setup. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I really like this Kyosho. I'm a big fan so far, and can't wait to run a few more tanks and hit the track. All right, thank you all.